They spent $20 million on this fancy ass building with all these facilities. 90% of the show is like just in this room. In this
Wanna
training
wake up
room.
in my room?
안녕하세요. What is up, the Squawk Quack, Danny Kim.
David, welcome to the third episode of the Aftershow for Island. Woo! Okay, so today we're gonna review the third episode of Island. And before we go on, a short summary. So there was a move between the Islanders and the Grounders,
Right.
and to everyone's surprise, Nikki and Daniel especially got eliminated as well.
Nikki would get him eliminated.
Yeah, okay. The Grounders and Islanders both got a teamwork mission to BTS's Fire, and Rain and Zico checked out both groups before the actual stage. The Islanders stage was shown, and most of them got an overall high score, but still some were to be eliminated. And next week we'll be able to see the Grounders' performances and who gets to be eliminated and traded again.
You guys all watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't be watching episode 3 review without watching it. So
Right.
let's just get right into our thoughts and
Okay.
opinions.
What I found out new this time was that there will actually be a global selection and producer score.
Right.
So everyone was confused on how the voting or the selection of the top 12 was to be selected, but now we have a brief guideline. It's going to be
Right.
the internal producers, global voting. What I also think might be a problem from global voting is that there might be small problems in like nationality issues or stuff like that. Like one whole nation just supporting, bandwagon supporting one member because he's from that country, stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see.
That's part of the game. Personally, I think the way they're going to pull it off is that, like they're doing right now, they won't reveal who got which score, but the global voting will be involved in that final score, but they won't know. And the Islanders at the end will have to decide among themselves who they want to remain. Now on to the review. I have a lot of things to say. First of all, about leadership. I think Heesung kind of showed not so good leadership. Maybe he can't read the room. Maybe he's too young. He said, I figured out the system. He said, it doesn't matter which score, our team gets. Teamwork doesn't matter, the individual score. If it gets higher, then the average score will be higher, so we'll be able to game the system. He thought that was smart. Okay.
That backfired entirely.
Well, first of all, okay, you can have that thought. If you're a leader, probably wouldn't want to say that to the team. I don't think he did say that to the team. But what was shocking to me was he said that to the f***ing judges.
What the yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, why would you be saying that before your performance? The theme of the stage was teamwork.
Yeah.
I felt like, okay, this kid, he has a lot to go.
I don't know if it falls into the category of leadership, but I definitely do agree that it was a miss. I remember our last DK News when we were talking about how artists say the intention of this is this, but the public doesn't believe it. It was reminding me of that situation again because Rain and the producers and the narrator all said this mission is focused and based on teamwork.
Right.
They literally said it was teamwork.
Yeah.
It's obvious, they're making a pyramid and they're diving and stuff like that. I wish he would have actually believed in the mission and the producers when they said that. And actually, Son Sung-deuk or Rain, these amazing performers, they would know how well they're doing individually if they were to assess the performance.
They're not dumb.
Yeah.
And
so this specific mission was about teamwork, but as you can see, as the episode went on, there was an actual separate score evaluation board for teamwork. At least he had the ability to understand and accept that he was wrong, and then he fixed it later on. Then it was all okay.
But still, I think that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I think that kind of mentality really led into the inability for the Islanders and the new Islanders, the 6 new people from the ground, to mesh well together because I think there was a certain amount of tension and disparity between the new people and the old people.
Some awkwardness.
And that's to be expected. I mean,
Yeah.
the 6 people, they live together for a week and they don't know the system, the new kids. They're wearing different clothes once they initially go in.
Yeah.
So it's obviously there there's some sort of disparity there. But I think if you're the leader,
I mean, he's not the leader.
he's the de facto leader. Come on, like we can see it.
Everybody's just looking up to him. That's all.
Yeah, that's the leader. That's exactly what the leader means. Being the alpha dog of the pack, he needs to be like, okay, guys, you know, this theme's teamwork. You know, we got some new people. Let's all try to do this together. We can do this. Blah 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 blah. But then he's not doing that. He's going off to his own like little room, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna just make my moves great. Another issue was that the grounders that came up to island, like Sunwoo, they had very low confidence. They looked up to like the islanders.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, like they're like celebrities.
When they were picking the parts out, they said like, I give up. You just give me the parts, whatever parts you need. That to me felt like these kids are not trying hard enough. First of all, where are the grounds that these kids that were initially part of the island are actually better than the grounders? Because when we first think about it, the way they chose the islanders, they chose it on one stage. It was a lot of political stuff because they were trying to be nice to each other.
Yeah.
A week later, now they're all of a sudden like celebrities. Like I don't understand this mentality here. That to me kind of made me not like the new grounder people as much because they were like just so like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that.
I think that is a very interesting perspective because like I had a total different take.
Okay.
I think this is mostly like Western style of thinking. As a Korean,
I'm a Korean too, man.
You're very Americanized. But
I never even lived in America.
I had a very different take because like I don't know about Sunwoo. I really like Sunwoo though. Like he was like this bubblegum cutie character that became the dongsang for everyone. He's actually my new favorite pick. Like he's the cutie boy. I felt the underconfidence factor in Chaebom, for example. I think he was the biggest trainee with that kind of issue. But at the same time, when I was seeing him, I was thinking, oh, this guy, Koreans are gonna love him. Because like it was not being underconfident. Like he was being, I think, humble. I felt it like as humbleness.
I didn't see it.
It was like I'm new to this place. I don't know how things are going on. So first of all, I'm gonna follow their lead. But since this mission is focused on teamwork, I'm gonna support them as much as I can and do my role. He was okay with not getting like a lot of spotlight or anything because Koreans like that kind of behavior. Like they don't like people that stand out and are aggressive, like try to be the leader and lead, get the spotlight and stuff. They like people who try to mix in the group, accomplish their own roles and harmonize with the group.
I think there's a difference between accomplishing their role and then constantly saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm a grounder. Of course, they're islanders.
I mean, they didn't say it to that extent.
Yes, they did. They did.
And also, if they even said that was because it's edited.
If there was a big difference, the islanders were like 10-year trainees and these kids were like year 1, 2, then I would understand, okay, my God, these guys are professionals.
Okay. Interesting segue from this. I have this plot twist theory that these people who are maybe being not that confident and being humble, that may actually be a strategy. You know what I noticed? Something very interesting in this episode was that I actually listed the people who got eliminated. And I'll tell you who they are. Lee Young-bin, he was the first guy that pointed out Heesung wasn't doing a good job in leading and stuff like that. He pointed that out. And then Daniel, he was the best. He got the best score. He got eliminated. And Jake, he got the worst score, so okay, like he got eliminated. And then Jay, he made that awkward scene with the tension and stuff. And then Nicholas, he had no like existence. There was Nikki, he was a center, but he got eliminated because like people thought he didn't roll.
He brought the team down.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So here, I'm seeing to survive until the end.
You gotta stay in the middle.
Yes, exactly. You gotta be the pyeongta. You gotta be the par or average.
Be quiet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Except for Nicholas. That didn't work for him.
And that's exactly how Korean dynamics work in a workspace or a company or the society. You always should not be the person that stands out too much or is like lacking of existence.
I get it.
You got to be in the middle, do your role, be friendly. And some of them might have personality issues, but some of them kind of get the gist on how to survive here.
I agree with you in terms of like surviving in that position. People have to think of you not as a threat, but if you're too aggressive, they're gonna perceive you as a threat.
Right. So you gotta like first like mix show that you're not a threat, that you're friendly. I'm gonna support you being the center and all.
This is grounder, guys.
Yeah, and then
don't hate me.
Keep on being an islander, and then people will stack credibility in you. And then once your moment to shine comes, then you pop out. And then, oh, this is my moment. I've been playing the middle.
So meta.
People are gonna be, oh, that guy, I never really thought of him, but like he was an Islander for
I get you.
couple times, and then
I just want some more grit. That's just me. I like fighters. I like people who are willing to cause some confrontation in order to achieve what they want. Speaking of, having that grit, Jay, my man.
Okay, we go back to Jay.
He now a leader now. He is having his day. Well, he was. But then the grounders are like, oh man, I'm tired. Like he's pushing that hard. Jay was like, oh, we're like off schedule. Like we're not gonna get shit done. Like we need to like fucking work right now. I really like that aspect. I felt like that wasn't the best way to express his feelings. But at the same time, I like that he has that fierceness in him. He gives a shit.
You're really a Jay bias.
He's like the Michael Jordan there. He's like, okay, fuck this, guys. Like, I'm gonna shoot like 10,000 free throws because I missed a few free throws in today's game. Like, did you see him dancing? He was like, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. I'm gonna beat the shit out of these guys.
Oh yeah, that one time, yeah.
And I love that. He is gonna be my bias through the entire show. I love the fire. I want him to go hard on everybody. People need to follow him.
Okay. I felt that in Nikki because like this time there was a confrontation and fight between the members and Nikki. Nikki was leading the group in the grounders, and then he was like, we got to get this done. The members were complaining that their conditions weren't that good, like people were sick and stuff like that, and Nikki was like, no, we don't have time to rest, we need to do this right now. And then the members were like, we can take a little bit of rest, it's not gonna get better if we still keep on practicing like this in this state. And then Nikki went on crying and stuff like, I don't understand why these people aren't desperate and stuff like that.
Well, he honestly crying. Jay went like, fuck this shit. Like, these motherfuckers need to work right now. For a team to be great, there needs to be some tension. If everybody's too comfortable, if everybody's like, oh, we're in happy land, then that's not a great
there
team.
always needs to be that person that takes that role. Speaking of my favorite, definitely not the aggressive ones or the ones you like, because we have polar opposite personalities. I'm more towards like the quiet, like the more harmonized, nice
like
people.
Taki, yeah.
No, not Taki. He's like in the category with Sonu. Like they're the two cute members.
Right.
I'm more of like the quieter ones, like Yang Jong-won. Got like one of the highest scores because of his vocals and talent and skill. Like he's quiet. He doesn't stand out too much. He doesn't have too strong opinions, but he's quietly good. And also, as I mentioned before, I like Chaebom, like who's very humble, and also I like Taeyong. This guy didn't have a lot of existence, but I really liked his mindset. He was like, I'm gonna be the steps, the people on the ground, like who are like. The guy that was doing this. That guy doesn't even get to get his face on the camera. Right. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna take that role. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the teamwork. I felt like that was the most essential aspect needed in that specific mission. I really like people with that kind of mindset. I feel like I like the quiet ones, you like the loud ones. But in general, if I were to pick who's going to be the most successful, definitely Heesung. Still, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
He's definitely very talented. He seems like a Jungkook figure. If you were to compare it to BTS, I'm sorry, just comparing it because of the dynamics and stuff. So he looks like the golden maknae. He's not the maknae, but he looks like the person that has all the skills and talent. Right. Very aggressive, very good at sports and all that kind of stuff. But at the end, I don't think he's going to be the leader. I think the leader is going to be someone else like Choi. Like I think he's the RM figure. He has the mediator and the MC, knows how to get people around and stuff. I feel like Choi is going to be the leader figure, the RM. Heesung is going to be like the Jungkook, the all-rounder, the talented person.
Let's talk about the producers. Rain.
Oh, Rain.
I wake up in my... When I wake up in my
room.
Whatever he says is funny as fuck. Like
When I walk up in my room.
like whenever he opens his mouth, it's just gold. It's like mwah.
Rain is a success factor of this.
I think he's the most
Without
entertaining.
Rain, Island is not entertaining.
Right. He's the funniest guy. He kind of reminds me of the instructors in the military.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He talks the exact same way.
Like in one word, he's like a boomer. He's like a konde.
He's a konde. He's a very big konde.
But he's likable. Yeah, he's not a boomer with no foundation. It's like Warren Buffett saying like how you should handle your money.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's gold advice, but just the way he delivers it, kids don't want to hear.
Right.
He shows his examples. Trainees, I don't know if they're being nice or if they actually are impressed.
Yeah.
But like for me, when I saw it, I was like, "Is this a joke?" Because like, when I wake up in my room, like I thought he was having a seizure or something. I personally think Zico the more I see it, I don't think he's a very good fit for this show as a producer role because he seems to be very nice. He tries to be like intimidating, but he's not very intimidating. He's a very stark contrast to Rain.
I mean, I feel like Zico is needed too. There should be a hot tub and cold tub, and people.
But he's not like really nice either. He's just like he doesn't know how to interact. I think he feels a little bit awkward.
We haven't seen much of his
presence.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Sung Sung Duk, the performance director, his mentoring because he was super hard.
Yeah,
it was like this is the worst performance.
Worst.
Right. And I love that. I just like it when the mentors they intimidate the shit out of the kids.
You just like aggressive people.
I just like the intimidation.
So overall, I think Island is getting more entertaining and more fun. So we'll actually finish the whole review for the whole show. I think you guys got to give us a lot of views in exchange though.
Read this shit.
Yeah, but DK after shows never get passed without some constructive criticism. And for today, I have 1 point I want Island to improve. It's not a huge problem, but something that might need improvement. A lack of transparency or explanation behind the selection or the eliminations. Because like so far, when you see these selections or who gets eliminated, we get the reasons why they're eliminated, but it only shows one fraction or one sentence. He's something like, oh, he's very good at dancing, and then he goes up. If there are producers that have the expertise, I feel like there should be more transparency and explanation on why these people are moving up and down. From an outsider's perspective so far, it just feels like random. Like we don't know why these people are moving from island to ground. They're just like moving because the judges picked them and they picked themselves.
Right now, that part is okay. I don't want to hear like a whole like essay on them. But what I'm not satisfied with is basically like 90% of the show is them training for a stage and them being on a stage.
And then 1 minute of performance at the end.
Right. Well, I enjoyed it, but I felt like they spent $20 million on this fancy ass building with all these facilities. 90% of the show is like just in this room.
Want to wake up in my room?
I want to see some other stuff. I want to see them like pick clothes. I want some like more action outside of that room because it kind of feels suffocating. You know, they're always in the training room. I'm sure they spend most of their time there, but still like it would be nice to see, you know, what they do outside of the training room because that's the whole point of the show. It's like you're supposed to be kind of like a Truman Show where you observe these kids, you know, interact. Actually, they kind of teased that the island and ground will switch. I don't know what that means. What do you think that means?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea on that.
Me neither. The worst after show ever.
One prediction is that the elimination rate will be very low from the Islanders. Since they teased that they all overall got good scores, I feel like only 2 or 3 people will get eliminated, and then there's going to be a very fierce fight among the grounders to achieve those spots. So
my prediction will be that the grounders will have a week in the island building.
That's not fair.
It's to show that okay, this is what happens when you fall down. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. Will my boy Jay get up there? Back into the island? I'm saying yes. I want some fucking drama. He's gonna get some drama. He's gonna go on a fight with Heesung. I'm expecting that. I'm rooting for you, Jay. Go win that fight with Heesung. He ain't even in the fucking island yet, but I'm just cheering on for this fight.
I'm rooting for the quiet guys. Stick on there, survive until the end.
Okay.
The quiet people are gonna be included in the 12.
Okay, and see you guys this week. Bye-bye.
Bye.